Alright guys, welcome back to the channel, and I'm so excited to tell you guys I just learned a new skill today. I just learned how to stop liking man, and I'm going to be showing you guys exactly how to do that. So let's get into today's video. Psych, I'm only messing with you guys. Today we have the, oh shoots, you can't see it, okay, there we go. But we have the 4-valve motor right there, and we're going to be putting all of the pistons and rods back in. And pretty much how I'm going to be doing it is I was told to put a little bit of tranny fluid around the rings to help seat them when they go in, and put oil on the inside of the bearings so that the car doesn't start dry when it actually does start. So I'm going to show you guys how I do the first one, and then I'm just gonna time lapse the rest of them, and then we can move on to a few other things that we actually have to get done today. So let's get into today's video. Alright, so first thing we want to do is get the bottom half of the rod that actually bolts to the crank on the bottom end. You want to separate it from the top half. You want to make sure that those bearings don't fall out. So you just want to take them apart. And you also want to make sure some oil goes on both ends of this bearing. So I have some oil right here in a little bucket. I'm just going to be wetting it. You don't need too much, you just need enough where it doesn't go in dry. So just want to wet them enough. Now that that's done, you use any type of assembly lube or thick motor oil on those bearings just to make sure, like I said, they don't start dry. But you want to put some automatic transmission fluid around the rings and a little bit on the cylinder wall. So that's what I'm going to do now, and then we're going to pop in the first piston. I'm not going to fully open the bottle, I'm just going to get it to where it's just barely dripping out. Alright, right there, this where it's dripping. I think that might be a little too much, so just going to grease them up. So it's greased up. Put a little bit on that cylinder wall. And I'm guessing this is just to lubricate everything, obviously. That's why we're using oil. But, alright, it's time to put it together. So, you always want to look for that little notch that actually points towards the front of the motor. This is the front. This is piston number 1. You can see it right here. So, we're just going to hang it right here till it gets stuck. Then I'll put my I'll put the adjustable piston ring compressor on it. Once it's in, you just tap it. Should probably be using a hammer for this, but you can pretty much push it down. If you don't get them in, you just compress the ring some more. Right there. And then you just tap them in. There you go, that's the first piston in, and then I'll put this part on the bottom and get it hand tightened, and we'll do the rest. Alright, so I have all the pistons and rods back in the motor, and I've already spun it over a few times and everything's moving freely. I'm about to flip the block back over and torque down the bolts for the rod caps. So pretty much I'm gonna torque those down, and then we can move on to probably going to buy some stuff to probably some Brillo pad to clean off the block surface, and then I'm gonna get some oven cleaner and tape off the head surface, the block surface that's gonna mate to the head. Tape off everything I don't want to get paint on, put the oven cleaner on it, let it sit, let it eat up all of that oil, and probably prime it and paint it. Alright guys, so pretty much I'm gonna stop right there for today. We have the pistons and rods back in. I have everything torqued down. One of my friends actually brought me something they wanted me to weld up, so I have a little down pipe and a flange for a T3 turbo, and also a bong for an O2 sensor. So I'm gonna get those parts cleaned up, and I'm probably gonna record some footage with me welding those together. But in the next video, I'm going to clean this motor, prime it, paint it, get it ready for the heads to go on, put the oil pump back on, put the oil pan back on, seal all of that stuff up. So we're pretty much going to be done with the block, and we're going to prep everything to put the heads back on it. So I'm going to get this piece welded up, and then that'll be it for this video. Alright, so this is how it came out. I got that wideband, the flange for the wideband on it. I got the flange itself on, and definitely the welds, let me see if I can focus on that. The welds aren't the best, but it's definitely sealed inside. So what he wanted is, when he bolted this to his turbo, he have a somewhere to get the wideband feed from, and so that the exhaust gases stop burning his radiator and his radiator fans. So now, instead of no back housing on the turbo, you have a flange and the exhaust gases go straight to the ground. So it's just a pretty simple dump pipe. With a little bit of practice, hopefully I can get better. That welding machine that I'm using is actually, I believe it's $100, if not less, welding machine, and it works, but it definitely leaves a lot of splatter and a lot of, I guess, errors in the weld. But as you can see, the flange is on, the wideband part of it is on, and I'm pretty happy with that. So thank you guys so much for watching today. I really do appreciate you guys' support, all of the comments, all of the likes, and I can't tell you guys how much I appreciate you guys pushing me to do better with this 4-valve Mustang, and we're definitely gonna take this thing to new heights and new levels. So thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Always remember, don't drift without your dreams, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.